Just moments ago, news broke that Newfoundland and Labrador Premier Dwight Ball is stepping down. Have a listen.
Whether in opposition or in government as your premier, I have always understood that every MHA serves at your pleasure. I've always worked on your best interests. Tonight, I'm announcing that my time in politics is coming to an end. This afternoon, I asked the President of the Liberal Party to convene a leadership process at the earliest opportunity to ensure that a full and fair race to succeed me is undertaken.
With the details behind the announcement and what might come next for the minority Liberal government in Newfoundland and Labrador is the CBC's Chris O'Neill-Yates. She joins us from St. John's. Hey, Chris. What is behind this?
Well, Vashi, we had been hearing rumblings for some time that there was discontent in the ranks, and there have been a number of unpopular decisions that have not been made at the cabinet level, but had been made in the Premier's office. The first one that they had been fighting for months now and were hammered every day in the legislature during the last sitting was the hiring of a woman named Carla Foote at the Provincial Archives and Art Gallery. Carla Foote is the daughter of former federal cabinet minister Judy Foote. She's been a long-time Liberal staffer, but that was an appointment and it wasn't hired in the normal process. Dwight Ball announced the other day that Carla Foote would now not occupy that position, but would be moving into an assistant deputy minister's position. That came as news to many people in caucus and cabinet who found out about it on social media. That's one thing. As well, recently there was the appointment of a man from Scotland who worked in government here as a consultant for more than $350,000 a year. That created ruffles as well. Again, a decision made in the Premier's office. A lot of people in caucus didn't know about it. So, Vashi, in many ways, this government hasn't been like a new government that was elected last spring. It's having issues that are more like what you'd have in the second term or the beginning of a third term. So as well, we have this rate mitigation issue where people want to know what's going to happen to pay for Muskrat Falls or whether they're going to be on the hook for paying it on their light bills. There was an announcement about that, but very little details last Monday. And one of the telling signs that everything was not all right was the fact that there were quite a number of cabinet ministers missing from that announcement. So when you put together all of the pieces, there have been signs all along that there's been discontent in the Liberal Party. What happens now? Dwight Ball was up for a leadership review come June of this year. There was some attempt to try to have that put to 2021 last fall, but it was decided that it would in fact happen in June. So right now, he says he's stepping down until a new leader is chosen. He wants that to happen as soon as possible. A new premier will have to put their stamp on the budget and, going forward into the next session.
I just want to make sure, is he sticking around until that new leader is chosen? Is that what
he is? He's going to stick around as leader until the new leader is chosen. He's going to stay on as a member of the legislature until the next election. So we don't know when either of those will be. It's a minority government. Anything could happen at any time. But this today, not entirely unexpected, but nevertheless, it's a bit of a shock to people who watch politics in this province that the Premier is stepping down just, less than a year before he was elected.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Look forward to more of your reporting on this. Thanks, Chris. The CBC's
You're welcome.
Chris O'Neill-Yates. Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.